I have a couple quick things. One is, I'm going to start, we have some iPads and stuff that are in the vehicles. They were bought used from Northwest Tech several years ago. I'm going to start replacing them. I'm going to I want to use our VIN funds to replace them. So I'm going to buy a couple. They're not cheap, so I wanted to let you guys know that I'll be.
Okay, we need to note that's not taxpayers' money.
Yes.
So,
But yet, I just wanted to let you guys know about the.
how much do you generate in bids?
A lot more now.
Really?
We went from, taking us years to build up money to, see, what it used to be, we got $2 to do a VIN.
2 out of 10.
Yeah, and then it came $20. So we got 2 out of 20. Now what the state has us do is we buy the VIN pad for $2 a sheet. And then we get to keep all the money. So here lately, we've made some $1,000 deposits in there.
Are there some restrictions on how it's spent?
Yes, it's got to be better doing VINs and stuff, which we could articulate the computers in the vehicle. They can log all that and
you have an individual that tracks all these funds and has an account.
Yes, we have an account. It's just like everything else we do. We make a deposit with the treasurer. It's in a fund. We have over $6,000 in that fund right now.
The reason I ask him those questions, it's over the years, there's been lots and lots of controversies involving sheriff's departments and other departments on the use of these VIN funds. And
VIN, what's VIN?
When somebody comes in for VIN inspection,
Oh,
we charge them the $20. Like I said, in the past, up to about a year and a half ago, not quite 2 years ago, we used to send $18 of that 20 to the state, and we kept 2. Now what they did is they changed the program because we're doing all the work and they're getting $18. We pay them. We have to buy the pads, and then we get to keep all the money. So it's reversed it around to where we're paying $2 for the.
Pop, that'd take a long time to buy something.
Yeah, and we go through pads left and right. Like I said, we made one deposit. It was $1,000 some this year. So it kind of reversed our fortunes of those VIN funds would sit there, $2 a pop. It slowly gained. Well, now that we're buying the pads, and then we get to keep the 18 or the 20, but 18, if you were a business, would say you'd be your profit. Now the VIN fund is, grew substantially. So
and you do quite a bit of those, right?
yes, we do about 4 or 5 a day.
well, let's not sit on that money if we can use it.
Yeah, so we're going to do that, and probably replace 2 chairs in the office with the same. We're not going to replace all of the iPads at once. I just want to start getting them replaced.
We could use new chairs.
3 chairs that.
I can send the old chairs down.
Yeah, that's what we have now, Cody.
So, no, but I just kind of wanted to let you guys know what I was doing there and all that, so that we were all on the same page. The other thing is, I don't know, we didn't really discuss this, and I meant to discuss it when we did the contract with the city. Today, we should be getting our first monthly check from the city. I think it breaks down like $6,700 or something like that was our first check. About what do we need to do, and I don't have the answer. That's why I'm coming to amend our budget or whatever by that amount, or how we do that. Because otherwise it'll show that I'm in red by like July.
I would make a call to the auditors.
We'll find out.
What now? Explain that again.
How do we take the money? My budget was set up before there was even discussion about doing the city. So we did it for the contract price, and now we get our monthly check from the city to deposit. How do we amend the sheriff's office budget to have that put in there so that we're not looking over budget in July?
Well, that should be put into your.
Yeah, and I don't. Once I planned on when I get the check, I was going to come down and talk to Scott and Dolores and say, "Here's our first check." It was a theory before, now it's reality. What do we do with it? How do you guys do it? It's your guys' forte, not mine.
To me, probably the first call I'd make would be
I think we need to
Mapes and
contact the
Miller.
auditors, see how they want it done, and
Because they're going to have to, they'll dictate how it appears on the budget anyway.
Yeah.
So we might as well get
but
their
I'm sure
input
that
now.
needs to be receipted into your
Okay.
line items. I don't know
Yeah.
where, but
Yeah, I didn't. Like I said, I didn't know the details of that. I just, let's be honest, it's election year. I'd hate to go into the election being, you know,
In the red, yeah.
$87,000 over budget. So,
Well, it's just a simple question of where do you want me to put it, and how
yeah,
do you,
and how you guys want to do it. And I'm sure Scott, you know, like I said, I just want to make sure it's done right, and then also it reflects back on our department.
I just want to have that clarity too, where it's at. So anybody that's, well, we're paying Cody $6,000 a
I
month,
think
what's he
she's
doing
gonna
with
have
it?
to have auditor approval to probably do it anyway.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I should be, according to City Hall, I should be getting that first check today, so.
Okay,
And I'll bring it, when I get it, I will receipt it in that I received it, because I do that with anything that comes in. I make a little receipt that we received it, and then I'll take it down and go from there. That's our usual procedure. But I just want to make sure, like I said, I'm covering my own butt, that, you know, we're spending money. You know, I'm going to be spending money. We know how much it's going to cost us. You know, we've already figured that out, and I don't want to be in the red and then have a lump sum just sitting over here in a
well,
fund
it's better to
somewhere
think
that's
of
not
it now
doing
than
anything. Yeah.
December. And
Yeah, and have to try to figure it out. So, that's all I had for you gentlemen today. If I could ask for executive session to talk about an investigation, I think you guys should be abreast of.
legal matters.
Yes, illegal matters.
How much do you need?
5 minutes to take me. I just want to.
Hold it. I don't know if it's legal. I don't think we can without the county attorney present. I know she told us that well.
A question while he's looking at that. I bought a trailer from Byron out at the dump. Somebody had thrown away, and I refurbished it. And at some point, I'd want to license plate it so I could take it into Colorado. Or can I get a paper that says we don't need a license plate in Colorado?
You can just carry a copy of the state law with you in the glove
It
box,
says
or you can.
consultation with the board's attorney.
This would be a criminal investigation. I just want to let you guys know, because financially, there's going to be things. But yeah, you can do that.
Is that what you talked to me about yesterday? They know about it.
Okay.
Okay,
You guys aware of that?
well, I'm not sure what he's talking about, but.
Okay. Might be a trip to North Carolina here very
yes,
shortly.
Yes,
So,
yes, we have discussed that.
okay, I just wanted you know, that's a thing when you get bills for airline
bill for-
tickets.
yeah.
I want you guys to know.
Cody.
did not go on vacation. on
Cody
the county
plus
side.
12 and left us at home.
It will probably, we don't know how it's going to work out. We're still working on it. DCF, without giving any names of the premise, I guess, DCF may pay for the trip. FBI may pay for the trip. We may pay for the trip. We don't know yet.
It
how
probably
it's
won't be
gonna work.
decided until
It-
the individual's back home anyway.
Well, yeah, and FBI's coming back up today, so we'll talk some more. It probably will be myself, one of the FBI agents, and someone from DCF, and what I suggested yesterday is we each buy our own, pay for the only thing, and then we figure out who's paying for the child's ticket on the way back. So, you know, that, if each agency pays their own ticket to fly out there, that's great, and then somebody pick up the tab for the child to fly back.
Okay,
So that's what I'm suggesting.
I think we're good there, Cody.
So, okay, I just didn't, like I said, that's an odd thing to see come across the warrant list, is
Yeah.
plane tickets in a hotel in North Carolina. What did you do, Cody? But I thought you guys would need to know about that.
I think we're good there.
Okay, I don't have anything else, then.
All right,
All right.
thank you, Cody.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Gentlemen?
Those cars, should we go down and look at that deal sometime? The commissioners, or you and me, or,
Yeah. You could,
that is,
Well, you could-
I went down there and that's ridiculous.
yeah,
They're right up against his house. I mean, basically.
yeah, and I think it's,
Oh, there's a guy down here who's got a bunch of old junk cars and he's got them right up against his neighbor's driveway. I mean, from basically about the width of this room from his house.
And it's outside the city limits?
Yeah.
and, you know, I love the freedom of Cheyenne County. I love the respect that Cheyenne County has for property owners, but we do not have very many county ordinances on that type of thing, and that's,
I mean,
I mean, something you guys
hurts the value of your land with those old cars piled in there.
Because basically, my recourse is when somebody comes and reports to me, if I can't find a direct state violation, which is kind of hard to do on that type of stuff, and we don't have a county
County
ordinance over it,
resolution.
I usually refer it over to the Kansas Department of Health and Environment. Because those are all state statutes that I have no authority to.
They are
Well, they
on
have
his own
certain
property.
restrictions over junk.
They're on his
Yeah,
own property.
yeah.
No,
So,
they're on
but
the
it'd be
neighbor's
nice to
property right
have
up against
some
his house.
local county ordinances
one,
on certain things like that type
Take
of
some
stuff.
to get them out of there.
I know a guy can get carried away when they start making those, and like I said, I really.
No red vehicles
They're on
Thursday
old
afternoon.
cars.
Yeah.
Yeah,
on the guy's
but
own
we
property.
actually
his
have
own
none
Yeah,
on
his
that
own
type of stuff.
property.
Somebody
but
calls
the
me and says
property
something,
line
I'm
is
like,
right up against the
Well,
I
check
can't do
with-
anything about it.
There's probably 10 or 15 of them sitting down there.
Check with the state and see if there's anything that covers it on their level for sure.
Yeah,
And if not, maybe
Start
we
doing
should.
County stuff, then it opens it up. to-
Yeah.
yeah. But it's just, you know, it's one of those things that you guys should, I mean, I can call the state, but it wouldn't hurt if you guys have time to drive by there and see it and see what we're talking about. And that way you guys have an understanding and maybe, you know, I mean, simple county ordinances could be, you know, you don't want to get so restrictive you take
And there's
people's food
been
away, but-
problems with junk cars.
Yeah, you,
But the problem is, we start this and there's gonna be a lot of it come out of the
Yeah.
Well,
wood.
yeah, where are you
but
gonna
I mean,
hit?
you can make it specific, I mean, the county attorney's job to advise you on that, but so many feet from a property line, so many feet from a residence. I mean, that's the guy that has the ground out in the breaks, that has 1938 combines sitting in an old abandoned place. He doesn't have to worry about that because it's 2,000 feet away from a property line. You can make it just that it's near property line, near residence, something like that. So,
Okay.
but, yeah, I will call the state and talk to them about the current situation we have, but I think it's something you guys might consider on ordinances of things like that.
We can check with a couple other counties around, see if they have anything on the books that we can maybe
Yeah.
get an idea of how to word it anyway.
It would also help on Highway 36.
Yeah.
Out of here, too.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, thank you, gentlemen.
Thanks, Cody. Got anything else, Scott?
I think that's it. I think
Good?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Took you a time. All those in favor? Aye.